Hello, everyone. Today we have a really special episode because Wendy is joining us with Barry. And it's lovely to meet you, Wendy. It's such a pleasure to have you both here.
Thank you for having me on today, Isha.
Yeah. So, before we dive into the Osmium part, Wendy, if you can just tell us a little about your background and how did you come into the Osmium journey with Barry?
Sure. Yeah, thank you, Isha. So, first of all, I am a registered nurse of, I don't know, 25 plus years, and I am married to Barry over here. And so not only am I a registered nurse, but I teach people about diabetes, and I'm also a wound care nurse. And so I have a lot of experience with just people in general and really trying to help people. And so I got introduced with Osmium, or by Osmium through Barry here. One time he was in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and he was introduced to one of our friends, Ian, and that is how I was introduced to it through Barry. So I at first was a little bit unsure about osmium because I really didn't know what it was, and I've never heard of it before, and so I was a little bit skeptical. I think that's true for anybody out there who is not sure what osmium is because it is so new, and so once Barry started talking to me about it and I was able to see it for myself, then I had a little bit more understanding about it, and now I absolutely love it. So
That's amazing to hear that. Yeah, that's great.
that's how I was
And
introduced to it.
So, Barry, you have been deeply involved in it, and you've been have this experience with working with Osmium. So, what's the so rare and fascinating about it?
So, so I have an interest in things that have investment potential. I'm actually not an entrepreneur. I started a medical device company. I'm actually a doctor by training. And so I'm always in the space of looking at things that are new and looking at things that have a chance to appreciate and value. And as I was visiting Ian there at his flagship store there in Jackson Hole, he introduced me. He was one of the first. He just had some there, and he was showing it to me. And I thought, wow, this is beautiful. And he told me how rare it was. That really intrigued my interest. So I bought some pieces from it, and that's how I was first introduced to it. And I've since learned a great deal more about it. But the rarity of it, I've talked about in other videos, but it's unbelievably rare, far more rare than gold and diamonds. So, and then it's the natural beauty of it. And so when you have something that rare like that, the chance for it to appreciate in value as demand goes, it grows greatly. That's why Bitcoin can go from so little value to such a great value so quickly, is because it was relatively rare. And you can think of this as kind of a physical Bitcoin. In fact, if you look at the recent pricing of Osmium, you'll see that price is starting to appreciate a lot now. And that
Yeah.
trend continues.
So I can't help but mention your watch. It's amazing, and if you can show that to us and talk about that
Sure.
a little bit.
So this is my new watch right here. Um, and it's got an osmium face. You can see
Looks
absolutely spectacular.
brilliant. Yeah,
It is, it's
And
brilliant.
when you
exactly.
look at the sunlight, it's just unbelievable. It's beautiful. And the nice thing about this, these are limited edition watches by Hublot, which is already very rare, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's stunning to look at. You can't do something like this with anything else. I mean, you could have a diamond pave, perhaps, but even it would not be as rare. And the sparkling beauty of this, actually has more reflection than diamonds can refract. So you actually get more light off.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable. You can see this from 20, 30, 40 feet away.
Yes.
So
And that makes it more rare, I feel. I
yeah,
don't think people have watches like these.
it's a fun piece, but the other part I like about it is that it has great potential to increase in value as an investment piece. So kind of
Yeah.
like you can have, a Rolex watch that can appreciate in value, but the potential of this one, because it is made of the osmium, to appreciate in value is far higher than a Rolex or almost probably any other commodity.
Yeah. So now that we're talking about investment, Wendy, I want to ask you that. Uh, so if your wedding ring would have been made of osmium instead of a diamond, what do you think that will look like, and how different the experience would have been for you?
So something about us, I'm revealing this here, but we've been married 32 years. Uh,
Wow.
so 32 years ago, when my then fiance asked me to pick out
Yeah.
my I chose something that I fell in love with, and he purchased it for me. And just recently, I don't know, a couple of years ago, we had it appraised and it was literally worth the same or maybe even a little bit less than what we bought it for 32 years ago. And don't we look great for being married 32 years? But the thing is that I think if I would have had an osmium ring, it would have first, I think, been much more brilliant, much more spectacular to look at, because it really, osmium is just, when you look at
Yeah,
the brilliance of it, it's just, it really is spectacular.
it's unreal. It's
It really
so
is.
bright.
That would be
Yeah,
number one. And then number two, as Barry mentioned, it would certainly be worth more today than it would have been worth, than my diamond ring would have been worth. So I
yeah,
definitely think that, it's like a 2-for-1. It's like a no-brainer. You get this
yeah.
beautiful piece for the women like me, and then you get the practicality of the increase in value investment
Exactly.
for, someone who thinks like Barry over here. So,
And
it's like a win-win.
and it's
So
something you can pass
Yeah,
down to your children that will appreciate in value as a whole store value.
yeah.
exactly. And if you compare it to any other metals, so I think osmium is increasing much more in value compared to any other metal.
Yeah, right now, if you look at it, it goes osmium.price or dash price, which is the official osmium price for the world, you'll see that
Yeah,
it's starting to appreciate in value more and more quickly, starting to get to that exponential side where the price is really increasing.
yeah,
And that's going to continue because osmium is being attracted into the high-end luxury jewelry market in Europe,
exactly.
and it's starting to come here to the United States. So as that adoption occurs, it's only 350,000 grams of this stuff. So you could think
Yeah,
the gram of this stuff made into a diamond, you only have 350,000. Well, think if you only had 350,000 diamonds in the world, what the value of those things would be crazy. So,
yeah,
yeah.
And then the other part of this too is gold is also increasing in value, but not as much as osmium is. So you want to talk about that? I mean, osmium versus gold.
Yeah. So
exactly.
there's only so much osmium that's actually mined per year. And I'll just reveal this. A lot of investors who are investment minded like me will always ask, what's the industrial use for this stuff? And actually, it's a bit of um, I need to do some education when I talk to people like that because they don't really understand. Because I come from a medical manufacturing background, I have patents in the space, I've developed things before. No one in their right
Yeah,
mind is going to develop a product that relies
yeah,
on something that is so absolutely rare. You would spend $100 million developing this product, and then you try to get it, and you wouldn't be able to get it, or the price would increase so rapidly. So the reason there is no industrial use, or so limited industrial uses up to this point, is because it is so rare, precisely because it is so.
that's it's that rare. Yeah,
Now it's changing now because they're finding, for example, in quantum computing, that this is a beautiful conductor of electricity. And so it's starting to find a space in there. So that's another demand for it. But
yeah,
jewelry side of this alone, the diamond industry, for example, is $80 billion. There's not enough osmium to even replace diamonds. It's you can't even do it. It's impossible. And diamonds are beautiful, don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
especially with the advent of manufactured diamonds, where you can make them, and they're becoming more and more like natural diamonds over time. Whereas osmium, it's just simply not going to be possible. And then there's so much osmium, and in front of that osmium, only so much is going to be made into this sparkling kind like this that's suitable for jewelry. And this, when you compute the amount of this that's going to be made, about 350,000 grams, compared to the amount
yeah,
of gold that has been mined over the past, that we have records for, comparing the two being mined, it's about over 500,000 times more rare. And
yeah,
crazy how much more rare it is. Plus, it's beautiful. So this is going to, when it starts getting into the high-end jewelry industry here in the United States, it's going to continue to go up in value and be something beautiful and something that stands out and something you can pass down to generations after you that they'll appreciate.
yeah. I think I'm learning a lot about osmium, and I think we can do another podcast just focused on that where we are talking about it because there's so much to learn and people are just not aware about it yet. Also, Wendy, I can see your earrings a little bit. Can you show us the your earrings that you're wearing right now?
Yes, Isha. So I have on my heart earrings. I'm not sure if you can see them, but
Yeah, I can.
they're here,
Yeah.
and I absolutely love them.
So
They're
pretty.
unique.
Yeah.
I get comments on them quite a bit, like, "Oh, are those diamonds?" And then I have to explain, "No, they're osmium." But and
Yeah.
the beauty of osmium too is that you can really create a variety of different shapes, and you can really make it unique.
Yeah,
So
the heart looks so cute.
yeah, I love them. I love them.
Yeah.
They're really fun to wear too. I just it's kind of hard to see with my hair, but yeah. So they're sparkly, and people always look at my earrings and they're like, well, those are so sparkly, but they're not diamonds, are they? And so
Yeah.
They're better.
Because the sparkle of osmium is completely different. I would say the a little blue shine to it and the sparkle that's like very rare. Whenever you look at it, for a second you can doubt if it's like a diamond or something, but instantly you just recognize it's something else.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
other has a natural slight view.
Yeah, a blue tint in it. Yeah.
Right.
Me
So,
too.
so our logo from is actually taken from the colors from actual osmium pieces.
Yeah. So I think that was all. I just want to know one more question. Like, is there something else that you feel that people should know about osmium in general who don't know anything about it and are just getting introduced?
So one of the things I've done is because it is unique to the United States, I've made jewelry instead of going ultra high end. If you go to Oslery, OSLERY.com, you'll see worldwide the jewelry phenomenon that's happening in the pieces of the value of
Yeah.
this jewelry, that they're incredibly high. And because in the United States it's not known yet, I've made these in as inexpensive pieces as possible, small nose rings, small earrings that everyday people can afford and enjoy,
Yeah.
where they can show it to others. And that way the average person can actually have some of this and have an opportunity to appreciate great in value over time. That's something that's just unlikely to happen with other pieces of.
True. That's true. Yeah.
And I think
Oh,
the only thing that I would want to say is just, you know, learn more about it. Once you learn more, you know, you may be skeptical at first, but learn more about it because it really is beautiful and rare, and it is increasing in value. So, you know, don't just assume that it's just a fictitious thing, but it's real and it's
exactly.
beautiful, and check it out. And there's a lot of information starting to be more and more information about it.
Just think
Yeah.
if you had gotten some Bitcoin when it was 8 or 10 cents a Bitcoin, what
Exactly. Yeah.
now, right? But the difference being that this is beautiful and Bitcoin you can't see. So
It's
and
just,
it's only
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, this is
Have an
all
open mind and
this
learn about it.
this is an
Exactly. Yeah.
that this has the opportunity to go up in price more than any other piece of jewelry you could probably get because of its rarity and because of its beauty and because it's being adopted into its
Yeah.
high-end pieces, as I said. So not a lot to lose and a lot to gain.
So check it out on oslery.com.
Yeah.
And check out our website, zarete.com.
That too.
Yeah, I'll attach all the links in our bio so that people can just go and browse those. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your story and all these insights around Osmium. I hope we do another podcast soon where we are talking more in detail about it and the investment purposes and how people can do that around jewelry or any other pieces they get for made of Osmium. So I hope to connect soon again, and this was lovely. Thank you so much.
And, good talking to you.
Same here. Bye bye. See you.